What's up, everybody? I'm Tim. This is Evil Penguin Games. And today we have our top 5 picks for RPGs of the week on Kickstarter. Now, this week, things that really stood out was artwork, interesting settings, and a lot of helpful tools for DMs and things like that. So, hopefully these things stand out to you too. Let's take a look. The Midderlands. Created by Necromancer Games, a D&D 5e setting. A green-hued, dark fantasy setting and bestiary set in a twisted Middle England. The Midderlands is tainted by a green-tinged menace that rises from the Midder gloom, the deep and mysterious realms beneath the surface. It affects nature and order, sometimes subtly, and sometimes catastrophically. Middergloom is often described as hell bathed in green fire and flames, green-tinged, viscid slime, noxious acid vapors, and miasmas of hopelessness creep upwards from below. Amongst them, viridian-colored demons, lime-green tentacles, and other malachite horror claws their way to the surface to wreak havoc. The lords of the land are always working to keep things at bay. They fight endlessly as if holding back a torrent of despair. Things stir in this viridian-hued landscape as evil eyes blink and watch. Teeth and claws scratch and sharpen. Gaping maws slobber and drool. With a description of 35 towns, hamlets, and villages, and maps of 13 of them, an introductory adventure, 6 adventure ideas, and a slew of weird items, plants, and animals. An interesting take, almost Lovecraftian, but without being tied to any of the mythos. The Witch Queen of Caer Ernach, created by Zon's Adventures, an adventure module set for D&D 5e or Pathfinder. Your party starts by pushing through the dark forest, navigating gnarled dead trees, thick brush, and fallen stones, until you finally emerge to an open meadow, creating the sense of isolation, cold and lonely, hidden within a sea of trees. In the middle of the meadow are 3 large burial mounds, but the spirits here are not at peace. Ancient and spiteful, the spirits trapped here were rivals in life and now vengeful in death. A terrible witch queen, a mighty warrior general, and a zealous high priestess. Exploring the mounds, players will discover undead enemies, puzzles, mystery, and spirits of legendary high lords of Caer Ernach. The spirits will try to pit the players against the rival spirits. The players will decide who to aid, who to trust, and who to possibly betray. This module is designed to be a quick setup for game masters, with pages set up with key points of information, skill checks, items, and decisions in bold text to stand out, and skill check successes and failure results in boxes. What hooked me is the idea of different outcomes based on what spirit I side with, make this module feel exciting and uncertain. The 3 Trials of Brina, created by the Grinning Frog. An easy-to-run, puzzle-filled, standalone dungeon adventure designed for 5th edition D&D. Players are started out transported to a dungeon. From there, they will progress in 3 different trials, collecting magical stones throughout the adventure needed to be transported home. Players will need to do more than hack and slash to complete this adventure. Puzzles, paying attention to information given to you by the NPCs, and consequences for your actions, having to make moral decisions are all what intrigued me about this game. As well as giving NPCs interesting and antagonizing personalities, makes it fun for the GM. The book will give you 8 new magic items, 4 new creatures, 3 fully statted boss creatures with ideals, bonds, and flaws, entirely original storyline, 7 tips for continuing the adventure, an in-game character who could join the party, and all original art. Deep Carbon Observatory, remastered, created by Patrick Stewart, a D&D adventure. The adventure takes players from a town devastated by an unexpected flood through a drowned land where nature is turned upside down and desperate families cling to the roofs of their ruined homes, hiding from the monstrous products of a disordered world. Players will find their way through a strange tomb of an ancient race, exposed after being hidden for a millennia, to the observatory itself, an eerie abandoned treasure palace, There, they will encounter a pale and unexpected terror. The immediate draw for me with this book is the eye-catching black and white sketch style art, with 71 out of the 104 pages containing art. The other draw is the eerie horror vibe I get. The tension as you walk through an ancient and alien tomb, lower and lower, uncovering something that should have never been of this world. Knights of the Shadow Realm, created by David Barentine for D&D 5th edition. Set in the world of Oranth, you take characters from level 1 through 20, starting out in a village, and then, through the choices of players, moving on to an open world, using crisscrossing subplots and quests to naturally move your players to the end goal, without railroading the table, and ultimately coming head-to-head with a demigod that you need to keep from breaching to the material realm to claim it as his own. 20 original maps, 18 new monsters, dozens of NPCs, and boasting hundreds of plot threads, the world comes alive when there's always a story to uncover. With colorful and light-hearted artistic style, the illustrations help bring about the fantasy. The large draw for me as a DM is not having to aim the players at a target. They may zigzag or circle, but will ultimately find the goal, and they'll feel like they made the decisions to get there themselves. Alright guys, thanks for watching. If you're interested, we'll have links to all 5 Kickstarters down below in the description. And if you'd like to help our channel out, we do have a Patreon. Patreon/Evil Penguin Games. As little as $2 a month helps us help all these Kickstarter games out. So, hit the like button, subscribe, tell everyone you know, and thanks for watching.